Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I have the pleasure to be joined by the Commonwealth Super-Welterweight champion Sam Gilley. Sam, down at RJ's today, just after a spar with the Billericay Bomber over there.
Yeah, really good spar. He's a tough kid. He sat over there smiling at me because he just beat me up. But no, it was a really good spar, fast pace. 10 rounds done, we've still got a long time to go, so perfect.
Definitely, mate, as well. Before we get into the fight with the rematch with Louis Greene, I do want to a bit of congratulations in order. Frank Warren and Queensberry, one of their latest signings, mate.
I mean, yeah, that was. I've been boxing since I was 11. I'm 30, and this is the first time I've actually been signed pen to paper by a promoter. So it's been a long time coming. I didn't have the most successful amateur career, so I've had to work my way up. So for someone like Frank and Queensberry to bring me on board, it's a pinch yourself moment for me.
Definitely as well. Obviously, down at RJ's, I think you guys are kind of the epitome of going the traditional route. Obviously, Southern area English, Commonwealth, British. I mean, you've done it the hard way, Sam. It's fair to say. How does it feel now? It's paid dividends. Obviously, securing that promotional deal.
Yeah, I mean, it shows what we're doing does work. I mean, I've said since I was on Steve Goodwin shows back in the day, I've said I've always wanted to go the traditional route to sort of learn, like get the experience along the way. And we've got Liam Dillon in here who's obviously done exactly the same thing I have. So yeah, we have done it the hard way in here, but that's how everyone's got to sort of earn their name in the game, sort of thing. Same with Rod. Like before I went to Rod, he hadn't had many fighters, so he's been learning along the way with me, and Rossi's doing it with Liam. So yeah, we've got a good little team down here.
Definitely, mate, as well. I was speaking to Rod. You've been with Rod for like longer than it's been the amateurs as well. The faces you're putting, but like it's been a long road, the pair of you, hasn't it, from the amateurs as well?
Yeah. So I met Rod. I think I was 21. So yeah, 9 years of putting up with him. So yeah, I'm surprised I'm not bald. But yeah, I mean, listen. I always say this. He said to me when I first walked in his gym. He went, listen, if you give me your dedication, he went, I'll give you everything you've wanted since you was 11. And he's done exactly that. So, as much as I like to slag him off, he's done his part, mate. He's a top man. I wouldn't have nothing without him. I'd still probably be a very, very bad landscaper.
Less said about that, the better as well. I want to talk about, obviously, rematch, Louis Greene, October the 18th. Back out at York Hall. It's literally an equivalent of a rematch. You're laughing. I think you wanted to see the end of Louis Greene, but then obviously he chins Jack McGann in Saudi Arabia, and you're about to do it all over again.
I mean, I'm not sure whether I'm meant to say this, but I wanted to see the back of York Hall as well. Like, I think I've had, it's got to be 16 of my fights have been there. So listen, it would have been nice to have an arena or something like that. But listen, to be top of the bill for the British Commonwealth title, you can't really ask for much more than that. So York Hall will be it's York Hall. The fact that it's Louis, don't really you can't really ask for a better dance partner. Really, it means he's going to be entertaining. Like, I've got a tough test in front of me. He's going to bring more for this time. I'm going to have to do the same. Yeah, I expected him to knock out Jack McGann. Like, I think everyone see I had a little win on Sky Bet on that. but yeah, it'd be good.
Definitely. Are you obviously fully expected to same result, same way on October 18th?
Same result, yeah, obviously. Same way, I don't know. That in my eyes, that depends on Louis. I won't tell you why, but yeah, in my eyes, that depends on him.
Definitely, mate, as well. I'm looking forward to that, being back at York Hall. I mean, yeah, I thought I'd see the back of York Hall after getting chinned there in October, but you know, the less said about that, the better. Yeah, I mean, I'll shout out to mine and George's good friend Kevin Mitchell, putting me in for a white collar fight. A little bit earlier than expected, George, is fair to say, isn't it? Definitely. Yeah. See, I had a good go, and yeah, maybe the president will go 1-1. We never know. Anyway, moving on back to the actual career at hand that is actually important in the boxing world as well.
Career is important. George, want to come sit down?
George's time will come. Commonwealth champ is sat down on the sofa as well. Obviously, Sam, it's been a lot frustrating period out. I think the fight with Louis, the rematch, it's about a year to the day since the first one. Obviously, we mentioned Louis knocking out Jack McGann as well. I mean, talk to me about how the year's been. There's been multiple dates floating around for your fight. Everyone's been excited for the rematch, and it's kind of kept being pushed back. Very frustrating period for yourself.
I mean, it's I've got to do this without getting emotional. It's been the worst year of my life. But
You're right. It's fine.
I'm the struggle now.
No, make you good.
No, me
Take your time, mate. I can cut.
Yeah, no. So, me nan got ill. So, yeah, since she got ill, I've struggled. But it's about doing this for her now, and trying to play it good. But yeah, she's struggling, mate.
Sorry to hear that, mate. And obviously pick up that title as well, and you can bring that to her as well, mate. As well. I mean, like I said, I mean, a win on October the 18th, obviously picking up the British title, very very prestigious title as well, mate. As well.
Yeah.
I remember there was talks. I mean, Sam Eggington sort of kind of announced that you were fighting him for the European title a few months back as well. It was a bit of a weird situation, but would that shot of the European title still be kind of interesting? Like, would that still interest you with a win on October 18th?
Listen, I've said. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just trying to bring me back.
Mate, honestly, I'll take your time, mate. Don't worry.
But yeah, no. The Eggington thing. That was so. It was a weird one because it got put to me that they wanted me to fight him in February. I said, listen, I've hurt my hand. So I've got to wait. So they said I won't be back punching until late February. So I was like, listen, I can't do February. And then they was like, oh, I've heard he don't want to fight. I'm like, I've not said I don't want the fight. He's like, I don't. So I don't know what happened with that. And then I said yes for a later date. And then the poster come out that he was fighting at Gilley for the Europeans. So but listen, me and George were just saying off camera that the further you get into this game, the more frustrating and bizarre things happen, and like other fights get put to people, and so it's such a complicated game. Like, it does make you miss the 4 rounders that were just a ticket sale, easy as you like, but that's the point we're at.
Definitely, mate. As well, boxing is obviously going to be boxing. I mean, I'm going to ask a question in a minute, but yeah, do you kind of wish kind of that beginning side of things? Obviously, some people don't like ticket deals. You were just saying that it's kind of the best time of your life. How do you reflect on doing that side of things?
No, listen. I mean, starving yourself silly to do on the day weigh-ins and trying to run around tickets while you're bone dry. Like, it's almost like drink driving. Like, because you're bone dry trying to make weight. You've had no food all day and you're driving around to 100 houses trying to drop tickets off. Like, you do like sometimes think, why did I get there? But listen, that was stressful. But I mean, the politics side of boxing at this stage is a lot more frustrating. Whereas the ticket sale side, well, listen, that is ag, but it's part of the game. But the politics side just sort of smacks you in the face a little bit. Like you say, like I was out of the ring for a year. Like I said, it was the worst period of my life, like with my nan. But they promised us about 3 or 4 shows. It was like, this day's gonna happen, so start camp, no. And all my sponsors dropped out, bar New Era Energy and Trendy Landscapes. So I found myself winning I can talk about it now, that took me by surprise, that first one. But yeah, I went from winning the Commonwealth title thinking, right, I've done it now, to being back on the tools with Trendy. Like, digging holes in a garden. I was standing in the rain, I was thinking, mate, how have I got back here? And then me nan, I was like, stuff with me nan happened, and she was really struggling. But listen, she's an amazing fighter. She's still here. She's still cracking on. But yeah, I mean, it's been a tough year in that sort of sense, and that's when you sort of realise that nothing goes smoothly in this game, and like, you promise dates, and fight purses don't last forever, sponsors don't last forever, and it sort of ends up putting, like, I got put in my arse basically. So like, I went from being on the biggest high I could be on to being back, like, listen, as much as I appreciate Trendy giving me the work and that, being back in the rain digging holes, and I was thinking, mate, I was like, what has happened here? But yeah, so the politics of the game, you can't take any, like, you get told things in this game and you literally cannot, it's like you can't get excited for nothing. So until you see a poster, until you see that confirmed thing, like, you can't get excited about nothing in this game because it can change like that.
Definitely. I think one of the things that kind of obviously, especially for example, like we've got Joshua Dubois this weekend. That's the main. Obviously, that's the fight that's got the main publicity. People think that people don't see the reality of boxing. Sometimes they don't. They only really see the Anthony Joshua's kind of doing it, but the reality is you've got Commonwealth champion like yourself, whose sponsors have all dropped out in the space of a year after the biggest win of your life. It's a crazy situation, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. This game just if there's one thing this game gives you, it's a thick skin. Like you just got to roll it. I know it sounds stupid, but you got to roll the punches quite literally. Like things can change in a blink of an eye. Like fights pull out. Like look what happened to Joe Cordina the other day. Like that's what I mean. You can't listen to anything in this game because it can change like that. But without it, we'll have nothing. So.
Definitely, mate, as well. And the British title will be added to the collection October the 18th as well. Obviously, with that Queensberry signing as well, not too far away. I mean, we all see some fighters get the opportunity to fight on the Riyadh season. Kashad's career highest paid, his career biggest opportunities as well. I mean, definitely something that obviously gets you excited, mate.
Well, yeah, it was. So I was meant to box McGann out in Saudi the same sort of time the Egerton stuff was happening. But again, I said no because my hand, and that's when they went. We're going to fight Louis. So fair enough. But yeah, mate, listen, when I was a kid, the only thing I ever wanted to win was a British title. When I turned pro, the only aim me and Rod had was the southern area. We turned pro, like, because I didn't win nothing in the amateurs. I weren't the best, like, so I was just like, if we win the southern area, we've done well. And we done that, and we was like, right, we'll go for the English, and now we're sitting here talking about British title. So if I win this, like I say, I could, like, in my opinion, I'm an overachiever as it is. Like, I could retire the next day if I won a British title and think I've done everything I ever wanted to do in boxing. So the second I win that British title, it is literally about pound notes, and that is it. So whatever offer, no matter what weight, no matter what, whatever's got the most zeros in the end of it, that's what I'm taking.
And we look forward to seeing it as well. Sam, we've breezed through my questions. Can I say thank you for the honesty in this interview? I feel like that's the best interviews that I do as well. Was when you guys open yourselves up. So thank you for that, man. And I hope everything goes well in the future with your Nana as well. You bring that British title to her as well. My final question, mate. We ask everyone who comes on the channel this. We've kind of touched on it in this. We've already touched on it, but when all said and done, what does boxing mean to you?
Listen, I mean, sat in like boxing's been my life since I was 11 years old. I can't say that I dislike it. Do I like the business side of it? No. I'm hoping that now that I'm with Frank, I'll start to like the business side of it a bit better. But it's a very frustrating game. But like I say, without it, I'd have absolutely nothing. So it's been, I've lived my dream doing this. So I can't slack it off too much, although I do every other day. But yeah, it means a lot to me, mate. I mean, the second you see people that are retired, they go, you don't realise how much you actually enjoy it until it's gone. So I've probably got about 4 years left in me. So I've got to enjoy these next 4 years as much as I can.
You got about 100 left, haven't you, mate?
Oh, mate, Sparring George, I'll have about 2 years left in me.
Perfect. Sam Gilley, thank you very much. And yeah, best of luck October 18th. Looking forward to being at the, well, it's going to be hopefully a colder York Hall than it normally is, mate.
Yeah, hopefully. It's normally quite warm and everything, so hopefully it'll be a bit chilly outside.
Definitely, mate. I remember standing by the doors, I think, what's it, Fraser Clark, Marius Wax standing by the doors because it was just too hot to be here.
Well, so we've been in there in the summer and the radiators are on, and then we're in there in the winter and the windows are open and the radiators are off. So I don't know who's in charge of that down there, but I need to sort it out.
Shout out York Hall Leisure Centre and the geezer who always kicks me out mid-interview, so that's really nice of you, mate. Cheers. But Sam Gilley, thank you very much. Best of luck October 18th, mate. Cheers.